Are you ready? Making his way to the ring and fighting out of the red corner, it's Gregory Magba.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to TCB 35. My name is Charles DeGisco. I'll be working the play-by-play booth alongside Chris Fuller and our very own Liam Pinero. You've seen him here compete at Cagezilla. He's now a professional fighter. And Liam, it's great to have you here, man.
Thank you very much, Charles. Very happy to be here. Very excited to watch some of our fights.
Yeah, we got some great Muay Thai action here tonight. 8 fights, which is the perfect amount on a rainy Saturday in September. Right now, we're looking at Gregory Magba, 25 years old, 6'2", a 77-inch reach, fighting out of Crew Bruce Muay Thai Gym at 185 pounds, and this is a Glory Rules kickboxing bout. And Liam, you know, this is his debut fight. This is your debut on the booth, although you already look like a natural. What do you think he's going through? Tell for the fans, like, all right, what are some quick feelings that he's got as he steps into the ring for the first times?
There's obviously like the tunnel effect. You either are overwhelmed by the lights and professionalism, or everything fades away and there's just a white box in there that is the same thing that you experience in the gym every day. Now, just going off body type, kickboxing is going to be his friend. Tying up with long lever arms can be helpful. It can be very hurtful, though, because that blood rushes to those arms. So I'm looking for more of a distance bout.
Excellent, excellent. Very good, Liam Pinero. And we're going to throw it back to Chris for the official introduction.
And his opponent, making his way to the ring and fighting out of the blue corner, it's Sean Connaughton.
Sean Connaughton, 25 years old, 6'2", fighting out of Foundry, BJJ, and Travel Train Teach. He's at 6'2". This is an interesting fight, right? At 185 pounds, these are two long, I would actually go so far as to say lanky but in shape fighters. To your point, talking about the clinch, when you get a longer fighter punching his way in, how does that change the aspect of two equally long guys as opposed to maybe a long or a short?
The biggest thing is that they're always going to be running in each other's length. They're always going to be having a mutual distance rather than one feeling a big urgency to get to one place. Now, let's also remember, this is a Glory rule set. Clinch time is restricted. So they're not going to be able to also wear down the arms in the same way to get those hands dropping when they're back out in space. I'm expecting much more feverish fighting from that mid-distance.
Very good, very good. Liam Pinero offered some really good insight. And right before the fighters start, now what's one thing about the Glory Rules kickboxing set? I know there's not a tie clinch, there's no knees, but you can throw it from a single collar tie. Is that correct?
Also, please notice neither of these fighters are wearing elbow pads. There's no elbows currently in the Glory Rules. There's only about 5 seconds worth of clinching that they are allowed. Only, I believe, knees to the body.
That's right. That's right. We'll throw it down to Chris Fuller for the official call out.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in the TCB 185-pound division. Starting out, fighting out of the red corner, standing 6'2" and weighing in at 181 pounds, fighting out of Crew Bruce Muay Thai Gym, it's Gregory Magba! And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 6'2" and weighing in at 184 pounds, fighting out of Foundry, BJJ, and Travel Train Teach, it's Sean Connaughton. Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is brought to you by Modelo and ABC Supply. It is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in the TCB 185-pound division, and your referee is Angel Ortiz.
Angel Ortiz, one of the best to do it here as he calls both fighters in. Goes over a brief explanation of the rules. And we're ready to go.
Sean looks like he is the one who rehydrated better, but Gregory looks like the much more leaner, conditioned athlete right now, just by off visual.
Well, they're two long, tall guys, and I mean, they look like they fit this weight class well for kickboxing for sure. They look nice and smooth, and here we go as we start our night of fights here at TCB. Hands are a little low there from Sean off that push kick.
Already looking at Gregory as far more of a bouncy stance fighter and counter movement. Oh!
Oh! Big shot landed there. I'm seeing that
check hook.
Yeah, a wild check hook, but some very, very fluid rear leg roundhouse kicks there from Gregory Magba.
Also very Taekwondo style with the bounce, the counter movement, and that like very twitchy kick, not a big, hard baseball bat coming out.
Right. It's really it's snapping at him very, very quickly.
Even showing a spin right there.
Yeah. One thing I'm seeing is he's looking a little bit away here when he's throwing these punches, and that's where the counter comes in, and that's the most danger.
I like his fluidity, but that counter hook he knows he can land it. I think he's trusting with that power almost a little too much.
Well, you're seeing some swelling already here on the left side of Gregory's face from that initial cross that he ate, and some good forward pressure there from Sean Connaughton.
Very quick break from Angel Ortiz. You can see that this clinch isn't going to be lasting too long for these two fighters.
Yeah, and I think that was actually one of the things he was talking about with the fighters before they started. He's like, hey, let's get Glory Rules. It's going to be quick clinch, and if I'm not seeing forward progress, we're going to move.
I'm loving this combination boxing from Gregory right now.
Ooh. Now, he put quite a bit of power behind that punch, even though he was only on 1 foot.
That Cobra strike, as he brings that kick back, he's launching the punch, and our first knockdown of the night.
Well, it looked like it was a slip. He held the leg, kind of tripped, kind of dragged him down. Close to a single leg, though, if he's got MMA aspirations. Beautiful left hook, but good head movement there from Sean as well.
Gregory's doing a great job of never letting his backside touch the ropes. Ooh, even circling off the ropes, taking the center right here. But these exchanges are getting dangerous for both.
Yeah, they are. Really good combinations there from both guys. I like the head movement from Sean, the countering, the slipping and ripping. But I'll also tell you that Gregory just puts so much volume together from so many different angles. He likes his left hook, and he turns into it well. But once he looks away, that's when the danger strikes, because Sean's got a very good right hand.
We've seen Sean now actually twice, I believe, pull back on that hook and catch Gregory looking away and just a straight cross down the pipe.
Go ahead. No, yeah.
Sean, the only issue, though, is he's leaving his head on that center line. Once Gregory lands one punch, he has this confidence to put a combination together and then end with a kick, too.
Yes, I thought Sean did a really good job of changing his levels and responding, but like you said, he wasn't getting out of the pocket. You know, he was kind of just hanging out there, and Greg would return back, which, not for nothing, for two debut guys, really good striking, but more than just offense. I'm seeing good defense, I'm seeing good countering, and they're making each other pay for their mistakes, which there's a lot of value to that.
Yeah. Both calm, both collected, both breathing well. That's a big statement for our debuters.
Yeah, they looked very relaxed.
And Charles, I'm back on the mic now. We had a little technical difficulty.
There he is. Good to have you back, Chris.
Thanks.
How's it looking ringside?
Oh, it's a different perspective. You know, we talked about that during our last Cagezilla fight, so hopefully I'll be able to offer a little different perspective than you guys have up there in the bird's nest.
Well, we do have subject matter expert Liam Pinero in here today, so any technical questions you have, direct to him, because I don't know the answer.
Ooh.
Good volume there from Greg.
Well, this is a
big left hook there. That hurt him. That hurt him. That was right on the jaw.
Oh,
that hit him right on the button.
And Charles, if this kind of action is taking place in the second round of the first fight, what is the rest of the night going to look like? Good grief! This has been an action-packed first round, and then start of the second here.
Yeah, that was just right on the button, and it looked like it hurt him pretty good. But ooh.
Oh, let's see if Gregory gets a little overexcited, hunts for that finish.
He's putting a lot of volume together now. And again, it's just there's a lot of unorthodox strikes. And now,
wow, holding the leg too.
I believe that's, well, actually, I don't know, because he held it on the way down. But I think that's clean. I mean, he put his hands up like he did something wrong. He didn't.
Well, no, he was putting his hands up because Angel was telling him to get away. And
gotcha, okay.
Yeah. Angel's one of the best, man.
Yeah, runs a tight ship, but everybody better behave.
We're seeing both fighters now kind of show spins. Sean, a little more out of desperation, try to get something back. My biggest comment on Gregory,
Second time he got dropped there. Now, you're seeing that double left hook land clean. And it's you know, Sean's blocking the first one, but when that onslaught comes forward, that's where the extra shots start to get through the guard.
And Liam, it looks like Sean's got a little mouse forming under the left eye down here.
And that's the end of the second round here. Now, Liam, explain to us what happens in kickboxing when you have knockdowns like that. What happens to the score? I believe now it's a 10-8. Is that correct?
10-8, 2 knockdowns, 7-8.
10-7.
10-7. Right now, you're looking at, is Sean going to let the moment and the damage take him out of this fight, or is he just going to collect himself, stay focused, and start building a better game plan? Gregory should be entering this last round with all the confidence. I'm wondering how they're going to be asking him to manage the exchanging, though. A lot of confidence, also could be a little greedy.
Yeah, and greedy's an interesting term to use, and I agree with it. He's sitting there a little bit too heavy. When you start throwing those multiple hooks like Roy Jones Jr., look, if you got it, and he does, he's quick and sharp, but he's got to respect Sean's counter right hand, which had landed quite a bit in the first. With that said, Sean kind of ate a few shots there, and that was the first time he really took one both on the button and on the nose in this fight, and both of those resulted in him having to take a knee. You know, if he gets dropped one more time, too, not to mention, Angel might just decide, hey, that's enough. You've taken enough damage. You're not defending yourself. We'll call it. So he's really got to be aware of that as well. Off to a great start here, though, at TCB 35.
Right back to that bounce for Gregory. That rhythm is really giving him everything, I think. He's found his flow really well in this fight.
Yeah, he looks very relaxed. And right there, you see just the way he strikes off of that.
Just pulling outside. All these counters from Sean. Oh, but now you're seeing those punches get sloppy now from Gregory.
Yeah, there's just a flurry from both sides now. Just throwing with reckless abandon. It was Gregory in round 2, and now you see the same thing from Sean.
Yeah, well, you know, Greg really lets his hands go, but then as the combinations keep flowing, the hands drop more and more, and he starts throwing his punches.
It's a slip.
Yeah, I mean, he got hit as he was driving forward. They're calling this a 8 count.
Yeah.
Oh, you can see the little shiny spot on the floor where he slipped, though. It looked like a slip to me. And you know, the middle of this the ring always gets a little slippery on the TCB logo or Cagezilla logo, whichever one we're dealing with at the time.
Well, they ruled it a knockdown. That's why he got the 8 count.
Yeah. Hey, that's the power of landing while somebody is stepping before that foot even hits the ground. That land can off balance them and still be counted as a knockdown. That's just great counter timing.
Sean's still coming for him. But go ahead.
Still coming for him. And you got to be proud of this as a corner for a debut. This is you're seeing that your fighter is a fighter, not just somebody who wants to fight.
And that's what I was trying to get to, and you beat me there, which was perfect. You know, he's still in this fight. He's still trying his best. He hasn't given up. He's not acting meek. He's still driving forward and putting it all together. And, you know, for what it's worth, his defense starts good. It's just as the combinations flow, even though Greg's punches come from his waist, Sean's hands start to drop.
Yeah.
And that's it. And Angel's going to call the fight. When he was getting hit there, it was just the damage was too much for him. And you know, I'll tell you, man, when you start taking repeated shots specifically to the nose, you start getting flashes. You know, and it's a type of damage that'll really start to feel deep, as opposed to that superficial shots that sometimes sit you down, sometimes affects the equilibrium. You keep taking shots there, you're really feeling a deeper type of pain.
Oh, absolutely. And for all those at home who are looking at Gregory's hands as like, oh, why is he laying hands so low? That looks good. When you manage distance well, defense up top can be negotiable. In fact, his hands low help him move his head, but the price to pay is high. And we saw that a couple of times in the first round, but, you know, he stayed a course, adjusted, kept his focus, and now he's going to get his hand raised all because of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, that's such a good point, too, because so often you'll get guys who, when they are quick, like we saw with Greg just tonight, they could really bait you in with that check hook. You know, and we're going to look up here and then see the finish one more time. I believe it was a straight left hand that just got through here, and that was all she wrote. See, quick jab, and then, oh, I'm sorry, excuse me, it was a lead jab that he stepped into, even smoother.
Gazelle jab. Shout out Marvin Hagler.
Well, he clearly's got some boxing in him as we throw it down to Chris Fuller for the official decision.
Salisbury Center referee Angel Ortiz has called a stop to the action 2 minutes and 50 seconds into the third round. For your winner by TKO, out of the red corner, it's Gregory Magba.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Gregory Magba wins his debut, but a very strong showing there from Sean Connaughton. When we come back, more fights here, TCB 35.
Like and subscribe to TCB.